Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer for Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Oh, hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. Oh, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? And what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name. Oh, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the...
Hello, everyone. Thank you all for being here. This is Pinkie, the housewife. It's Monday. Happy Monday to everybody. I hope you all had a great Monday. I have so far. I'm enjoying my Monday and everything. And I'm exhausted. Yes, I am. I am exhausted. So we're going to go ahead and get on with this live, some new updates and everything. So let me get started. Let's see. And y'all know I always like doing a short video. Before I do anything, I love doing my, let me get my house shoes out of the way. Let me just get those out of the way first. I always like doing a little short video. So we're going to go ahead and start with that first. And let's see what we're going to be talking about today. The Hantavirus Outbreak. Why Americans are headed to our quarantine. They got to be quarantined, guys. They're being quarantined. Oh, look. Wifey Club. Yeah. Come on. Welcome on board. Okay. So the Wifey Club is, well, I'm going to get a housewife. So what else? I'm only carrying this today on one channel today, but I will drop either the full live or partial or portion of it on my other two, okay, channels. So y'all can see it just in case. And let me see. Let me see what's going on. First of all, let me just say this. Welcome. Okay. It's welcome to everybody, because we got some bad news. It's a lot of bad stuff been going on today. When I say a lot of bad stuff been going on today. I'm not kidding. Yes, it is. And I've been asleep. And I woke up, it's a lot of bad shit going on. And it's bad to wake up to all this. When I say I've been asleep. My daughter woke me up at 7:20 tonight. Okay? So it's a lot of bad shit going on. Y'all know I don't like cursing, so we ain't gonna curse on this. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be good on this. I'm not going to say all these curse words. Y'all got to help me. Sand, calm down, Pinky. I'm trying to get it worked in. Let me get it worked in. Let me drink some lemon water right quick. This is fresh lemons. You can see the little lemon stuff in it. See there? Fresh lemon water. Let me drink some of that. Okay. Now, y'all ready? I look a hot mess. I look a hot mess. Okay. I know I do tonight. I know I do. But let's go ahead and get into it. Tonight we're going to be talking about what else? The Hantavirus. Okay. And thank you everybody for returning for more updates on it. The Hantavirus. Okay. Now, let me just say this. I think there's a lot of things that we're not hearing. Don't this sound like C-19? Did I say C-19? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It sounds like the C-19 going and popping. But I'm not putting out. Let me just say this. Where's my thing? Let me just say this. Give me 1 second. Because y'all know I can't see with a lick sometimes. Where is that? I had it pulled up not too long ago. Where is it? Some information on the C-19. Let me just see. Do I still have it? Oh, Lord. No, I don't. No, I don't. Wait now. I may. Wait, let me check. No, that's not it either. Gooly. Okay. Let me, maybe this is it. Let me see. Did I still have that information on the C-19 from yesterday? If I don't, that's okay. No hesitation. No problem. Okay? No problem. But let me just say this before I get started too. Okay? Like I said last night, I want to be very direct with you now. So just in case somebody got trying to pop off or clap back or try to say something. So I'm going to be very direct. Let me compose myself. Okay? Hi, Lady Leo. I see you sitting there. Thank you for being here. Lady Leo, let me just say this. Let me just say this before I welcome everybody. Because y'all know I got to say it. Okay? Pinky, get in a good position. So I'm getting in a, okay. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? But this is serious. This is very serious. Okay? Okay? I want to be very direct. I'm saying it again. I'm not in the medical field. I am not in the medical field. I'm a housewife. Let me pull my shirt up. I'm a housewife. I'm the wifey club. See? Wifey club. Okay. That's first and foremost. Okay. So, what did I say? I'm not in the medical field. I'm a housewife who is passionate about keeping my family and myself and my subscribers, my members, people that come and watch my videos, that people that support my channel, or anybody that happen to stumble up on my channel and watch my video, okay? Or this video, or any video I put out about the Hantavirus, okay? I have spent my time gathering the information for this live from reports. I listened to the CDC. I would listen to the health, the WHO. Okay. And to bring you this information to inform you. Okay. I'm bringing this news information to you that I collected. However, let me just say this. This live screen is for informational purposes only and educational. Informational purposes only. Well, I just put it that way. Information purposes only. And it's not professional medical advice. It's not. Okay? Because remember, I am not in the medical field. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not none of those. Okay? So this is information I collected, information that I've been looking into. Okay? And I'm not, so everything is from the reports I have got. Okay? Medical advice from medical professionals. Not me. I'm not one. Okay? But if you're feeling unwell yourself, please reach out to a healthcare professional immediately. That's what I would do. Okay? I'm not telling you to. I'm not asking you to. I'm just putting it out there. All right? Because Pinkie is a housewife. All right. Now we can get on with the story. We're going to be talking about, again, like I said, the Hantavirus, the outbreak. Why Americans are heading to bio-quarantine. And yes, they are in the United States. They have been debarked in Nebraska and in Georgia. What do that mean for you? That's the question. What do that means for you? Okay, so tonight we're going to be looking at a developing public health situation that's hitting home to families across the U.S., no matter whether you're from the east or on the west, north or south, or wherever you may be, but all across the U.S. Now, 18 American passengers from the MV Honduras cruise ship has been at the center of a deadly Hantavirus outbreak. And everybody know that we've been talking about it. Everybody been talking about it. I just started talking about it yesterday because I was just able to get up from my bed, sick bed, not sick bed, but pain bed from my shoulder to be able to talk about it yesterday. So this is my second time bringing it to you. I've been trying to do it. I've been wanting to do it, but I've been in too much pain from this shoulder to try to do anything. So today is my second day doing it. Second night bringing you the information. Okay? Yes, it is. My second night bringing you the information that I want to share with my viewers. Okay? Whew. And y'all know everybody's been talking about it all over social media, major outlets, everybody, the doctors, everybody. This has been on everybody's mind. And although we got other stuff that's going on with, y'all know who I'm talking about, the orange head. He escalated a situation again. But we're not here to talk about him right now. I'm going to talk about him later, another time. If I have time, maybe. But he escalated situations again, the orange head. Okay? Yes, he have. And they're not backing down. We're looking quite foolishly in the eyes of other countries. We're looking like fools. Because they're trying to figure out how we got a crazy person. The most powerful person on U.S. soil acting a fool. Yes, we do. We got a crazy person. That's in my opinion only. Okay? Acting a fool. So let's go ahead. Let me see who all. Oh, Lord. Guys. But let me just say this before I welcome everybody. But the Hantavirus, my eyes, where's my glasses? Okay, are back on the U.S. soil as of this morning, which is Monday, May 11th. They're on U.S. soil. While one passenger is already in the bowel containment after a weekly positive test. A week positive test. I don't know. Do that mean it's positive? Or maybe positive? Or somewhat positive? That's what the expert's going to tell you, because that's what we're going to watch. I'll let them do the telling. I'll let them do the telling you. Okay? Because I don't know what that means. Like I said, I am not in the medical field. So I let them do the telling. Okay? So let me just say this, and then I'll go ahead and see who all we got here in this chat tonight. So I don't know what that means. A week positive test? I don't know. But if you're in the medical field, you probably know. And if you can drop down in the comments what that means. I would love to hear your thoughts on this matter as well. Put your opinions and your thoughts and how you're feeling and what's going on with you. Whether you know some of those people that was on that ship, whether they're your family members or friends or colleagues, let me know. I would love to know. And any information that you have heard that maybe I haven't touched on, drop it down in the chat. Okay? Now, the health officials are emphasizing that this is a precautionary move, not a national emergency. That's what they said. Not a national emergency. I think somewhere. I'm not sure. Did I hear that somewhere? For C-19, when they saying things like this for C-19 in the very beginning. And what did we get? All out. Hell breaking loose. Hell was breaking loose. Everything. We went from January to December. January to December. Every time you look up, here, what? No. And it's not gone. So that's why I'm here. Okay? Because we're going to decipher through this stuff. Don't be worried. Don't be worried. That's what I've been hearing. I'm worried. Okay? But let me just say this. They said it's not a national emergency. Over the next hour, we're going to break down exactly what is happening inside those high security units. Okay? From the information from the reports that I'm getting, where the virus is spreading and why this particular strain has experts on high alert. Let me say this here. Y'all see them how they be looking in those when they be sitting there, they doing a press release, press conference. What do they be doing? Let me do the look for you. They be looking scared. Let me do that look for you. Here's the look. Guys, or if the eyes ain't running around, they fixed. Yes. Why is that? Why is that? If it's no bother, why? Why do you look so scared? Why do y'all look so panicked? Why is the panic? Let me ask you this. If y'all are not scared and panicked, we're reading body language. We ain't no fools. Well, let me just correct myself. My people ain't no fool. And I know I'm not a fool. But we got some fools here. Not here, though. But there's some fools. Mega. Did I say that word? No, I did. I'm just thinking it out loud. Mega. Some people are going to say this is a hoax. The same thing I did about C-19. People all over the place. Not Not here no more. They're gone. Your family member, their family member, his family member, hers, them, they, all of them, they gone. Because they said nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. It's a hoax. It's some shit the Democrats pulled out of their ass. Oh, I said I wasn't going to curse. Scratch that. Let's start back over. It's some stuff somebody else pulled out of their butthole. Okay? But I don't think so. No, no, no. We're gonna look at the time frame of all this stuff. But let me see who all I got here. Let me see. I'm gonna calm down, Pinky. Let me take some more lemon water. I need that. I look terrible. I look a hot mess because I've just been asleep. Okay, I'm just waking up. Okay, let me see who all we got here. Thank you, Cicely Bunny, for being here. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. Hype the video. Hype my videos. And hit that like button coming in. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I would appreciate that. Okay. Let me just get the house rules out of the way because I didn't even do them. Welcome to the Pink House, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Welcome. Okay. Hit the like button coming in. If you have not hit it, go ahead and do it. If you forgot, if you're in the bushes, hit the like button. Okay. Subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hitting that like button, that thumbs up, and subscribing to the channel don't cost you a penny. It's free. Believe me, there is something that's free. This is free. Okay. To be part of the Pink House, the Wifey Club. Okay, you don't have to be a wife. You can be a fiance, a girlfriend, boyfriend, a husband, wife. It doesn't matter. Grandma, your granny, it doesn't matter. Okay, I welcome all. Okay, so hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel. Let me say thank you, guys. And don't forget my second channel, Pink Global. Go over there and make sure you subscribe. We need to get that one monetized. I'm only doing one channel tonight, live on one channel tonight. Okay. We're going to be talking about this thing here. We already got 3 that's not here anymore. They're unalive. They're dead. Are you at risk? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about this ship here. People had a lot of things to say about this ship. It will look antique. It looked vintage. It looks small. I even said small. Yeah. So this is the route that it's been going, that was on. Okay. That's the right route. Okay. So let me see what that, oh, that's another picture of the ship. Okay. So y'all ready? Let's get into it. All right. Let's see who we got here. Y'all know I love to see my people. Okay. Hi, N Hamper. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you. Lady Leo, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lady Leo. We're getting ready to do some deep diving, Lady Leo. Yes, we are. Good evening, Miss Pinky. I don't like the phone with you, so I had to move over. I don't like the phone with you, so I had to move over. Okay, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Debbie. Is this Aunt Debbie? Aunt Debbie. Hi, Aunt Debbie. Debbie, I miss you. You was on my mind yesterday. I missed you. Because I've been, I think all of us be going through things. I've been going through this shoulder again. Although I did not pull or got rotator cuffs again, surgery on anything, I've been acting up my shoulder and my neck. So that's the problem. My neck is bad. It's bad. That's why I've been down. This is my second live in over about a week and a half, or almost 2 weeks. So I've been laying low. I had to lay low because the medication, it puts me down in the bed. So that's called laying low. I was laying low for a while. But I'm happy to see you, Aunt Debbie. Aunt Debbie, let me just tell y'all something. Aunt Debbie is a content creator, guys. She is. She has a great channel. You all must go over there. Support Aunt Debbie. She's my love. I love myself some Aunt Debbie. And also, not just Aunt Debbie, she has a great information for you all. Go over there, spend time with her. Aunt Debbie, she's what I would call a big deal in the YouTube streets. Yes, she is. So y'all support Aunt Debbie for me, okay? Show her some love. Now, drop some hearts for Aunt Debbie, a YouTube content creator herself, and a lot of knowledge. Thank you, Aurora Edwards, for being here. Can you pray for me? Oh, I would love. We can do that a little later. If somebody want to come up in the chat and pray, we can do that. But we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for being here. Do you have someone that's in the that was on the ship, or you know someone on the ship, or have you been on the ship? I would love to know more information. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being part of the live tonight. Y'all put prayers in the chat for Aurora Edwards and to be. Put prayer hands in the chat, please. Thank you. Aunt Debbie, Pinkie the Houseway, happy belated Mother's Day. It is yesterday, not yesterday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Yes, yesterday was Mother's Day. Thank you, Aunt Debbie. Same to you. Same to you. And tell your daughter I said hi. Same to you. And happy Mother's Day to everybody that's in the chat. Happy Mother's Day. And happy Mother's Day to everybody that's going to do a replay, because I know some people won't get it until later on. But thank you. What is this? Yumbu, 4690. Thank you for being here. Yumbu. I may pronounce it wrong, but it's with love. All right. Make sure y'all hit that like button coming in. And also, happy Monday chat. Okay. Hit that like button coming in, guys. Oh, we're getting ready to talk about this ship. Y'all ready for this cruise ship? Let's go ahead and get into it. Why am I? Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into the deep dive into these 18 passengers in Nebraska and in Georgia. Okay, we're going to get into this, those passengers, because there's 18 of them. They been located to Nebraska and Georgia. I don't know much about Nebraska, but I have a lot of people I know in Georgia. So y'all, if you're in Georgia, drop where you're from so I know. Okay? So I can shout it out. Drop down where you're from. I would love to know. Okay? Put your where you zooming in from. Okay? And we're gonna explain this virus. We're gonna do a breakdown of this virus. Okay? Because y'all know I'm not a scientist, so I'm not, like I told you, I'm not a doctor. But okay. But if you have any other questions, put it in the chat, please. All right. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started. Y'all know most people is calling this virus, the Hantavirus, a silent. It's the silent virus. It's silent because you don't even know you got it for a while. Okay. Okay. Let me just say, most of the Americans, that's what they're saying, in the bowel containment unit currently has no symptoms. But that don't mean they ain't not. I don't know what that means when they say currently have no symptoms, because I think I heard allegedly, somebody was sick, but they tested positive when they came off the ship. Not positive. They tested negative. I'm sorry. Let me correct it. Negative. Allegedly, this is what I heard. Then we're going to get into some true facts. Okay. This is what I heard. Somebody tested negative when they got off the ship, but then when they got on U.S. soil there, they tested positive. trying to get it straight. I'm trying to get I'm trying. I'm trying to do my best to get that straight. That's not computing to me. You know what? Like Joe from Mika and Joe, underneath Joe, he said, pull out your Google machine. Look it up on your Google machine. Well, that's what he said, the Google machine. But I'm telling y'all, look it up on the Google machine. But we ain't gonna play with this. We're not gonna even play with it. We're getting ready to get serious and get on. But I'm still serious. Just because I joke around, that's just my nature. Just my nature. Okay. But we're getting ready to get on down with it. All right. We're getting ready to get on down with it. I wish I had another pair of glasses. I got these here. But we're getting ready to get on down with it. We're going to talk about everything. All right. I'm going to show a video tonight. We showed the video of the World Health, what's it, the World Health Organization? Or no, it was the CDC last night. I did the CDC press conference last night. I think it was the CDC. I think it was. Oh, shit. Let me see which one I do last night. I think that was the CDC. Somebody in the chat, if you're in the chat, put down, was it the CDC or the World? It was one of them. I can't remember. It was one of them. But I did that video last night. We watched that conference with them last night. So we're going to go ahead and continue. Who knows? I may just pull it back up and so we can look at it, or I'm going to pull up the latest information and give you the time frames. We're going to talk about the time frames. Time frame from the beginning, because the beginning is very short. It just happened not too long ago. It ain't like we've been doing this for a whole month, a couple months now. So when I said time frame, you ain't only got what? Last week? It only started, we only been doing this from what? Last week? Have it been a week yet? You see what I'm saying? So time frame from there to now, to today. Last week to now. So it's not that long. So we don't have, it's not like we got a big long time frame. No, it's only a short time frame that just been going on. So we're going to do the time frame. We're going to do the breakdown, okay? We're going to listen to the people that's supposed to know. But I want you all to decipher between what they're saying. Watch their body language. Watch what they're saying. Okay? I want you to be informed. You got to be informed. Because like I told y'all last night, of course we're going to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff going on with Tasha K and Carly B. I want to talk about that, but I ain't got time right now. It don't look good for Tasha K. And, she's a content creator. She's a big ass. Ooh, I said I'm going to curse. She's a huge. She ain't like me. New. She big, okay? Content creator. She's where I want to go one day. Big, not in her direction, and end up being sued by Carly B or nothing, or some big rapper or singer. No, I just want to. She's just at a level I want to be at one day in the future, and it's going to take years to do that. So I got time, because, like I said, I'm a housewife, so I got time for that. Okay, but also, we can, and with the housewife of Atlanta, I want to talk about what's going on with the housewife there in Atlanta, housewives in Atlanta. But I got time. So the reality stuff, the rappers, and I do want to talk about the one of the rappers that's in court right now. Well, shit, we got and David playing with a finger, a human finger. I saw the video. Outrageous. What the F? See, I didn't curse. I said, what the F? This man got a live finger. Wrapping a live finger. Human finger. What the heck? What are you doing? So we're going to talk about that. Okay? We're going to talk about. Yes, we are. We're going to talk about it. A live finger. But not tonight. I'm going to have to, I'm going to talk about that separately. Because we're not going to mix a live finger with people being passing away due to the Hantavirus. We're not going to mix that. Okay? But we're going to talk about we got to talk about Krishan. Because not today, but we're going to have to talk about her too. Because the child don't stop. She don't sit down long enough. Sit down sometime. Take care of Junior and sit down and shut up sometime. That's all I'm saying. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah. So we're going to talk about all that another day. This is about you, your family, what's going to affect you and your family, your household, your community, your city, your state. That's what we're talking about tonight. We can get all the hooplas and the clapbacks on those reality stars, movie stars, and all this here, and we can get that later. This is going to affect you because what they're doing ain't going to affect you. What they're doing is not going to help you. Do you think they're going to help you? No. So we're going to talk about them another day. We're here to talk about what's going to help you and your family so you can be informed, so you can know, so you can protect yourself. Because I'm just a housewife bringing the information to you because that's what I do. I'm a content creator, so I research and I collect information, even from my bed when I'm not feeling good. Ain't shit wrong with my health. It's just my shoulders and my neck. So, I said I wasn't going to curse. So I'm going to get back to not cursing. Okay. I'm doing a lot better because let me just say this. Any other time, I've been all over the place. But no. This is 2026. I did say I was going to be better. And I'm working on it. Okay. Just the fact that I only said a few curse words is good. So we're going to keep it that way. Okay. So let me go ahead and let's get started with the first. Let me just do this. Y'all hit that like button. I do appreciate it. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Oh, Lord. I'm getting ready to put this first video on for you. Hit that like button, guys. Okay, let's go ahead and see what the updates is right now. Okay, so but they're considering this a silent virus. Okay, they're considering this to be silent symptoms because right now there's Americans that's in a bowel containment unit. Currently has no symptoms despite the possible test. This highlights the importance of the 42-day window for monitoring, I guess. But 42 days, I heard it was like 8 weeks, 2 damn months, 42 days, whatever. But anyway, they saying 42 days window for monitoring, okay? Beyond the 18, which is those passengers, okay? Let me just say this. The officials are also tracking 30 passengers who disembarked early in St. Helens on April the 24th. Where the hell are they? Y'all can find, Not where the hell are they? Okay. Rephrase it. Where are they? Without the word hell in it. Where are they? Where are the 30 passengers? Allegedly. Well, ain't no allegedly. They saying they are already. I've been hearing it. First, I heard it was 24. Then I heard it was 28. What is it? Is it 30? Well, that's that's the information that I was given today. Okay, when I did my research, 30 passengers. That's disembarked earlier in St. Helens on April the 24th, before the outbreak was fully understood, before they got even a grasp of it. Now, like I said last night, this is global. It's not just in the United States. This is global. This is a global problem. There's passengers that was on that ship, that cruise ship. Everybody wasn't Americans, okay? So we got people from other countries that was on that ship. We got people that went other places, got on airplanes, got in contact with other people at the airport, at their homes, at the streets, wherever they went. We don't know where these people went, but the officials that's taking care of this, they know. They know. Let me tell you something. If they can find, they got AI now, so you can't tell me they don't know. They're using AI. What the hell? Oops, let me take that hell out. What the heck they got AI for? And if they can't trace these people? I almost got beat up by a robot today at Walmart, and I don't go shopping. Yes, I did. I stood my ass there. Let me show you. I stood my ass there like this here with my basket. Come up on this damn robot. Yes, I did. I promise to God. I went to the store today. I don't go shopping. I don't shop for food. I don't buy groceries. I don't do well, we get groceries, but I don't go in the store and shop for groceries. But I was in the store today. That's unusual. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Didn't know how to pay for shit. Didn't know nothing. Had to call husband from the phone. Figure out how to pay for this shit. How to pay for food. What? Had to get assistance. How to ring it up or whatever you do. Check it out or whatever it is. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I told the lady to stand here while I do it. I want to learn how to do it. I've been working on that this year. That was one of my goals, is to learn how to be self-sufficient, how to check out, how to go to the grocery store and check myself out, how to pump gas. I'm learning those things, how to pump gas, how to go pull up and know how to do all that shit. Yes. So you can't tell me if I run into a damn robot today at a Walmart, and I don't like going to Walmart. What the fuck? Walmart? But yes, because I had to get my husband to tell me where is Walmart. He got my phone. I told him, pull up the nearest Walmart. He did it for me. I said, I'm going to go because my husband needed some throat lozenges because he's got this cold or whatever. I don't know. He's been coughing. He coughs all day. He's been coughing since Wednesday, since I was in the hospital on Wednesday. So I get to damn Walmart and damn robot. I stopped. He stopped. It stopped. The robot, I stopped in front of me. What the fuck? Cleaning the damn floor. I said, down, that's a job somebody just lost. That's a job a lot of people in lost, because if they got this thing cleaning the floor, where's the thing was about maybe this high? You see what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm saying? So you got a robot doing this shit and know that I just walked up in front. No, I came first. The robot came around the corner. So if they got a robot cleaning the floor, they can find out where these people went. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me that. So I know they know where these people are and where they went and who they talked to and everything else. AI will tell you. That's what you got this system for. That's why people lost their damn job. I said I wasn't going to. That's why people lost their jobs. So don't tell me you don't know where these people are. Y'all trying to do tracing. You ain't got to do no tracing. You know where these people are. You know who they talk to. You know whether they rented the car. You know whether they got in their own car. Cell phones. Cars will tell you. The car, you can just tap in. Oh, yeah. Here they are right here. Towers. Give me a break. Give me a break. If I can, then the robot stood there. I'm standing there. I didn't know what to do. I got my basket in front of me. I was scared. Yes, I was. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing in Walmart anyway. What the fuck, Walmart? But I was in there. They ain't looking at me. I'm looking at it. Okay. Then I moved back. It moved. Oh, Lord. Then it all of a sudden move around me. Oh, shit. And yeah, I have my husband on the phone because I don't know what's going to happen to me. I'm in a store with a robot moving around me, cleaning the floor. A big chunky thing. Oh, what the hell? And then when the thing went away, it came back. And it scared me again. But thank God a woman and her two small kids came on that aisle. Gave me some sense of relief. Almost been accosted by a robot today. And you tell me they don't know what these people are that got off that ship, off that cruise ship. They don't know what these people are. Somebody is lying. Well, I'm not going to call them a liar. Take that back. Because in my opinion, I think somebody's not telling the truth. How about that? I'll say it that way. Somebody's not telling the truth. Okay? That's how I'm going to put it. Somebody's not telling the truth. You telling y'all don't know what these 30 passengers that's disembarked from the St. Early in St. Helens on April the 24th? Before y'all understood what this virus was, what about the old man that passed away? What about his wife that passed away? Y'all took people off the ship. So when people are not making it on the ship, falling unalive on the ship, that's when you keep everybody on the ship until you find out what's going on. Okay? But we're getting ready to get into this video. Okay? But like I said, this is a global response. Okay? Because people are from everywhere. Okay? But let me just say, they saying this ship isn't just a U.S. Story. They're saying the evacuation from that ship involved passengers from over 20 countries. Including the critical case that's in France. Or cases, should I say, that's in France. Over 20 countries. We got over 20 countries going on. Let me drop a video. Let them talk to you. Okay? Let's get into it. Let's get into a video. Okay? Let me pull up the video for you. Because this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand already. And we ain't even, we barely getting started. It's barely getting started and it's already out of hand. They are already lost already. Okay? Oh, Lord. Let me see what it pulled up for me right quick. Oh, Lord. Okay. Should I do the CDC updates first? That's what I'm wondering. Should I do their updates first? Let's, I don't know. Okay, but since we're talking about it tonight, let me see. We did the CDC. I think Okay, let me just see this. Let me put let y'all see this right quick, and then we're gonna watch one of these videos. Okay. Hi, Renita. Thank you for being here. Renita, thank you for being here, Renita. 15. Okay, let me pull this in first so we can because okay. Let me just get it from the beginning. This is the world. This is WHO, World Health Organization. Okay. This is the information I pulled up for to. This is saying this is on. They got the different dates under each category. Y'all can see. If you look here, it says on May 2nd of this year, 2026. And this one also May 2nd of 2026. We're in May 11th. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay. Okay. This is the Hantavirus cluster linked to the cruise ship travel, multiple countries. And I already showed y'all the cruise ship. Let me pull this down so you can see it. This is the stops by the MV Honduras during the outbreak. Okay. Okay, you see right here, I'll let you look at the dates. I'm not going to go through all these countries and everything. All right, but y'all see St. Helens right here. St. Helens right there. That's what they were talking about, those passengers that got off the ship. Yes, right there. Y'all see it right there? That's when they were saying the people got off the ship. That's supposed to be 30 passengers who disembarked in St. Helens on April the 24th before they said they knew before they knew what was going on. Oh, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Okay? There the ship is right there. But anyway, let's go ahead. A cluster of passengers with severe respiratory illness aboard a cruise ship was reported to the WHO at that time. According to the ship operator, 147 passengers and crew was on board, and 34 passengers and crew have previously disembarked. Now they're saying 34. Which is it? Is it 30, 34? But who cares? People disembarked from the ship. Okay. Since the last, and this is straight from where I'm getting it from. Y'all see it, right? The WHO. Okay. So since the disease outbreak news published on May 4th, 3 of the suspected cases was confirmed and 1 additional confirmed case was reported. As of May 8th, we're at May 11th. So as of May 8th, a total of 8 cases, including 3 deaths, people that didn't make it, people that passed away, fatalities. That's a ratio of 30, which was a fatality rate is a ratio of 38%, have been reported. Six cases have been laboratory confirmed as hantavirus infections. You hear me? Has been confirmed. Okay? At that time, we're talking about their remember the date I just mentioned right in here. Okay? 6 cases have been confirmed as hantavirus infections, with all identified as, which is the Andes virus, which is the ANDV. Through the International Health Regulations 2005. Okay. which is the IHR, Channel National IHR local points, N NFPs. Oh Lord, I need some glasses. NFPs have all been informed and are supporting the international contact tracing. Let's hope so. With AI, it should make it faster. I'm praying. Maybe I don't know, but I would think it would make it faster. Put it in the chat if you think it would make it faster. That's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Common sense. I think it would make it faster. But who am I? Like I said, I'm a housewife. I'm not in the medical field. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm a housewife. Okay. But it seems it's just scaring me. Okay. My personal opinion. I don't mean to scare nobody else. Y'all don't be scared. Okay. Listen to what the officials are saying. But if that's why I give you the information so you can make your own decision. You're here to make your own decision for you and your family. Okay. I'm just reporting the information, the news, bringing it to you. Okay. Whew. All right. So everybody is working together, supporting the international contact tracing, the WHO, accessing the risk to the global population. Like I told y'all, this is global. It ain't just in the US. It ain't just in another country. It's global population. Posed by the event as low. You hear what they said? Low. And we'll continue to monitor. They're going to continue to monitor the situation. Yes. Thanks. Thank you for monitoring the situation, guys. But we're going to talk about the updates and the risk assessment, the risk for the passengers, the crew. We're going to hear about their risk, the crew and the ship. Okay? Yes, we are. So, oh Lord, I'm not going to, this is the summary, but I'm not going to read all this here. We're getting ready to, I may come back to it and finish up so we can talk about the description of the situation and then the summary and confirm and probable causes. Well, probable causes may be something we need to look at right throughout this. So before we come back and do the description of the situation, we're going to look at the summary and to confirm the probable causes, because this will sum all this up in here, jogging up in here, is going to sum it up for us down here, like right here. What's a distribution of the reports of the virus. This is the status and outcome as of May 8, 2026. It says status, confirmed, probable, and total. Alive, dead, and total. That's what I'm reading. Y'all see it right there. You see it for yourself. So let's look at that right quick, and then we're going to get on to the video. All right. So if we got, let me just look at something. Y'all make sure you hit that like button and hype the video. Okay, alive, confirmed 4. Probable 1. Total 5. Dead 2. See, that's wrong because they got 3 dead. So this says a May 8th and total 3. You see that? Okay, probable 1, but that probable already happened. So 3. Okay, total confirmed 6. Probable 2. Total 8. Okay, so you can see, yeah, as of that date, things have changed. Okay, and this is a graph if you want to see it, how the hantavirus, the curve of it, the cases reported to the WHO as of May 8, 2026. And you can see it go the graph. Oh Lord, you can see it right there. Confirmed is in the red. Probable is in the what is that? Orange. Red is high. Red and spiked. Red is up. Y'all see, these are the cases. You can see date of symptoms, onset. Y'all see that? So I'm not making it ish up. We're going to come back to this. I really want to come back to this here. But let's go ahead and watch our video because I want to come back to that. Let me stop sharing. Oh, Lord. Let me just do this. This is today's date. All these, let me see who we're gonna look at. Update on Hantavirus Outbreak. Let me see how long this been. Okay, no, that one. USA Today. Let me just pull it up this way. Guys, this is a serious situation, and no means is this something that people are asking for or anything. This is a serious. When I say serious, this is a very serious situation, and they got right now. CNN is live talking about the hantavirus, the cruise ship, the outbreak, the trigger, the mass evacuation. They're talking about it right now live. So let's see what they're talking about. They live with this thing. And I didn't know they was going to be live. We just happened to catch them live. I just happened to catch it, and y'all are here. So we're getting ready to get into this. Let me just do this right quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to get it ready so we can talk about it. And let me just say this information with CNN News 18, breaking news that's live that we're getting ready to watch will be this information will be down in my description box on the credit for the video. So make sure you, if you want to go back and look at it or anything like that, that's where you would go to get that information. Okay. I have it down below my video on the credits in the description box. I'm going to go ahead and unmute it for y'all so you can
spreads. Certainly, we need to monitor it because we've learned viruses can change. But today, based on what we know, it's very low risk to anybody that wasn't exposed.
You, of course, resigned from the CDC last year because of what you cited as the politicizing of the department and, for instance, putting political leaders in senior positions at the CDC. Are you seeing any effects of that politicization in the CDC's response to the hantavirus in recent days?
What I would say is there's been a bit more of a delay than I would expect coming from CDC, and that's likely because the great staff that are at CDC, all the scientists and other project officers, all the work they do has to be cleared, and we're hearing more from HHS via tweets than I would like to hear from CDC scientists. I would like to see a daily briefing from the CDC scientists directly without HHS really overseeing that. I think that would provide me more confidence, but there's also not a career leader in the Office of the Director at CDC right now.
How about cooperation between the CDC and, for instance...
Now, that's what I would like to see, a daily briefing. I would like to see that, too, because I think we need that as a public. We need that.
The WHO and other health authorities around the world who've been involved in trying to contain this. I spoke to a doctor last week who said the CDC was not even allowed to talk to the WHO. They had to ask for an exception to do so, which is kind of remarkable to think of, given that's the job of these organizations. But are they still able to cooperate in an international sense when you have something like this that potentially affects multiple nations?
So CDC is able to cooperate when there's an urgent health threat. I think what's unfortunate, though, is you don't want to be working with people for the first time when it's an emergency. You want to have those relationships and that boots on the ground all the time so that when there's an emergency, you've got that muscle memory. CDC is working closely with the World Health Organization, but I worry about what happens, with the next big health threat, with Department of State changing funding for CDC. That's going to limit visibility in other countries for CDC. And with the World Health Organization withdrawal, it just puts us at even more risk.
We've already seen in this country issues as a result of this new approach. For instance, you had these measles outbreaks because of increased anti-vax and vaccine skepticism. There's been some, as I understand it, some reaction to that where vaccination rates went up when you did have those outbreaks. But you have mentioned other examples, for instance, the increase in whooping cough cases. What has been the national effect so far of the changes at the CDC and HHS? And are those effects being contained, in your view?
I think when you look at the decrease in vaccine confidence due to the Secretary's continued misstatements, we are seeing pediatric deaths from flu, from whooping cough, from measles. That is avoidable if the Secretary would stand behind the science for vaccines and other medical treatments and promote that as much as he promotes vitamins.
And good evening, I'm Erin Burnett, and out front tonight, the breaking news. Hantavirus in the United
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know I was muted. Let me just say this is live. This is a live update of the Hantavirus. This is CNN. Remember, it's going to be down in my description box below my video. So this is live breaking news right now. Also, make sure you hit the like button and hype the video. Hit the like button coming in and subscribe to the channel.
Have been transferred. They were both on the ship, one symptomatic. So that person's in Atlanta after another cruise ship passenger from France tested positive for hantavirus today. Now, the Director General of the World Health Organization now says that cases, which currently stand at 9 known cases, he says cases will grow.
Yeah.
So we expect the more cases to come actually, but I hope they will be as small as possible. We already have one confirmed, the passenger from France, and I expect actually more because of the long incubation period.
Now, he's talking about that long incubation period and how it is long. I mean, for this particular known strain of the hantavirus, it is up to 6 weeks. Now, the WHO now considers anyone on board that particular ship, that original cruise ship, to be, quote, a high-risk contact, which now raises a crucial question about how long the passengers will stay quarantined at the University of Nebraska and at Emory. And the reason that this is such a strange question is that it has not yet been definitively answered by officials. It also raises questions about the Americans who returned early from the cruise to their home states. 6 states now are on watch, 10 people being watched in those states as of now under no formal quarantine.
And y'all see the states here. The states that they have. This morning, I heard they did mention that they embarked in Nebraska and Georgia. Now I'm seeing more states. That was this morning. Okay, so people are being monitored for hantavirus in California, Arizona, Nebraska. Nebraska was one they mentioned this morning. They reported on this morning. They got Texas. They got Georgia. Georgia is the second state that they had. That they had Nebraska and Georgia this morning. Okay, Virginia and New Jersey. So we got California, Arizona, Nebraska, Texas, Georgia, Virginia, and New Jersey. You can see it straight on this map yourself. You see it on the map. Okay, on the map, you see it yourself. This is a live coverage from CNN News 18.
The question, Nebraska Medical Center
In the basement of this building right here is the National Quarantine Unit, and that is where 15 of those passengers who arrived in the wee hours of this morning are now being monitored. Now, these individuals, we've told everybody here in Nebraska at this point, is asymptomatic, but those 15 who are in the National Quarantine Unit are basically in what they call almost like hotel rooms. They have exercise equipment, they can FaceTime and talk to their families. They cannot have visitors, though, and that is because the medical officials here will continue to do assessments throughout the day and in the coming days to determine just how close their contact was, when that happened, and also monitor them for fever or other symptoms of the hantavirus. Now, there is one person who is in a biocontainment unit, and that is the individual who they say did have a positive test before they came here to the United States. Now, according to Spanish health officials, that person took 2 tests. The first test, Spanish officials considered to be not conclusive, but U.S. officials said they thought it was a weak positive. That person took a second test, which came negative, but U.S. officials.
Remember, we talked about that weak positive test at the very beginning of this live, and I was saying, I don't know what a weak positive is. What is a weak positive test? It said one passenger had a weak positive test. And I asked if anybody in the medical field or anything, because I'm not. What do that mean? So we're getting ready to hear exactly what that weak positive test means right now.
They don't have to stay here. After they do the assessment, after they are monitored, if it is determined that they are okay to continue based on if they've got the proper medical facilities where they are from and in their hometown, if they have an area in their home to quarantine, they can leave. But at that point, authorities, of course, say they can't necessarily guarantee there is no transmission, though the risk for it is low.
Tonight, 2 new confirmed cases of hantavirus and more expected, but no indication. Top health officials say that this outbreak, which has already taken 3 lives, would turn catastrophic. Right now, 17 Americans and 1 British dual national from the cruise ship MV Hondias are being monitored in a pair of U.S. facilities. They landed this morning in Nebraska, were taken to the University of Nebraska Medical Center, which you may remember from the early days of COVID. One who tested positive is in a biocontainment facility there. 15, including a man who took a selfie of his surroundings, you see that there, are in a quarantine unit. 2 others, including at least one showing symptoms, were transferred to a biocontainment unit at Emory University in Atlanta for what's being described as further assessment and care. Now, in addition to those 18, 9 others, most of whom got off the ship late last month, are also being monitored in 6 states for signs of infection. Back on Tenerife, all passengers are now off the vessel. This is the final group disembarking today in bioprotective gear for themselves as well as their belongings. They were taken to the Netherlands. The ship is also heading there with 25 crew members and 2 medical professionals aboard. As we mentioned, there are 2 new cases, one in France, one in Spain, and the World Health Organization's Director General expects they will not be the last.
How worried are you about the next steps?
Yeah. As you know, the incubation for hantavirus or this virus ranges 6 to 8 weeks. So we expect the more cases to come actually, but I hope they will be as small as possible. We already have one confirmed, the passenger from France. And I expect actually more because of the long incubation period.
Well, with that in mind, some public health experts are questioning the current plan officials today outlined for sending some or most of the 18 in this country to complete their monitoring period at home or other medical centers. Now, this includes Dr. Ashish Jha, who served as White House COVID czar during the Biden administration. Quoting from his social media post today, "There is growing evidence from the ship that you probably don't need prolonged close contact to spread the virus. The implications here are pretty clear. If we are serious about ending this outbreak, all the passengers should undergo a full quarantine away from others." Now, late today, the Nebraska's Biotainment Unit Director, Dr. Angela Hewlett, said she...
Now, I agree what he said about that. What was just said. I think, in my personal opinion, everybody all over social media had their own opinion. Okay. And I understand a lot of people think, I'm just putting it out here, that they should have quarantined their entire ship. The people, once they took the people that passed away off the ship, or the ones that was the first beginning, remember it was 3, quarantine everybody, let nobody else get off the ship. If you're in the middle of the water, how the hell did, well, I said I'm not going to use bad words. How the heck did 30 people get off the ship? You know? If it's the time that they need to quarantine to make sure nobody on land, regardless of what land I'm saying, whether it's U.S. soil or other countries, nobody else is off that ship. And if they need supplies, you're out there, take them supplies. If you need them, if somehow that ship, and you want more space for everybody, because that's a tiny ship, bring in a bigger ship. Let them get from one ship to the bigger ship, cleaner ship, or with more supplies. Stack another ship, bigger ship with more supplies, more food, and everything. Transport those people from that ship to the bigger ship while they're still in the water. People can get from one ship to another ship. You know, just saying. Just saying, that way nobody getting off. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's getting off the ship. Take them from one ship to the other ship without getting off. If they need a bigger ship, if they need a cleaner ship. Then if anybody, and how the staff, the medical staff, medical professions, they take care of the situation while they're there. Should have somebody on that ship that knows what they're doing. Quarantine everybody. I'm not saying that's what I've been hearing, okay? Just putting it out there. Remember, like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm being very transparent. I'm not a doctor. I'm a housewife. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not in the medical field. I'm a housewife. So therefore, this is information that I have gathered. Okay? This is a live I'm showing. Listen to them, not me, but you make your own informed decision. You make your own decision. And if anybody is, if I was sick, I would seek treatment. If I feel unwell, I would seek treatment. If my family feel unwell. So do what you need to do. Okay? Thank you.
He is the medical director of the National Quarantine Unit at University of Nebraska Medical Center, where the 16 passengers from the cruise ship are being monitored. Also, Dr. Carlos Del Rio, chair of the Department of Medicine at Emory University School of Medicine and professor of infectious diseases. 2 passengers are currently at Emory University's hospital's serious communicable diseases unit. And joining me, CNN chief medical correspondent Dr. Sanjay Gupta, who's an associate professor of neurosurgery at Emory University Hospital. Dr. Wadman, how are the passengers at your facility? How are they doing right now? And how are they being monitored?
The passengers are doing well. They arrived early in the morning. Of course, we're very tired from a long trip. They were transferred smoothly into the quarantine unit and were given some food, a quick intake just to make sure we were meeting their immediate needs, and then we allowed them to rest most of the morning. We are now getting set up to do some risk assessments with our CDC colleagues, and those are ongoing now.
Dr. Del Rio, we mentioned that a couple was sent to your facility in Atlanta, including one person who is symptomatic. When did that person develop the symptoms, and how are they doing?
Thank you, Anderson. This morning, the Emory Serious Communicable Disease Unit received 2 passengers from the MS Hindus. One person was symptomatic and is receiving care at the Emory Biocontainment Unit. One is asymptomatic and is being closely watched, and and we're monitoring that individual and evaluating the individual. Our team is very pleased to be taking care of the patients and being part of this mission. We have been collaborating with local, state, and federal agencies to do this work, and the team has really been fantastic. As you probably remember, Emory has a biocontainment unit that is part of the regional emerging special pathogen unit, together with the University of Nebraska and other units across the country. And these are really specialized units capable of taking care of these patients with high consequence infectious diseases. So it's really important that these units are funded by the federal government and continue to be funded, because exactly in situations like this one, when we need this kind of units.
Sanjay, what do we know about how the virus transmits? I keep hearing that it's most likely to transmit via close contact. What does that mean?
Yeah, this is an interesting point, Anderson. So close contact, sort of strictly defined by the World Health Organization, basically says for 15 minutes within about 2 meters. If you have that sort of contact, that would be considered a close contact. But I want to show you something, because a lot of people point to a study that was done back in 2018, which was a super spreader event. You had a guy who walked into a birthday party. Again, this is back in 2018. He was there at the birthday party for about 90 minutes. I don't know if you can tell looking at that screen, or if we can make it bigger, but basically he's in the middle of the room there, and he spreads this to 5 people. 4 of the people are within 4 feet of him, but there's another guy that's basically across the room. He's more than 2.5 meters away, and they only sort of pass each other once, when one is going to the restroom and one is coming from the restroom. And that person got it as well. So that would not have met the strict sort of definition of a close contact. And I think that's what's, a lot of people are reacting to when they look at how does this virus behave in the real world. Just walk by somebody who's sick, who clearly is transmitting the virus, and be able to get it that way. I think that's what a lot of people are paying attention to in terms of determining who should be quarantined or not.
And Sanjay, I know you have some questions for the doctors.
Yeah. So maybe, I could just maybe pick up there, Dr. Wadman. I don't know, when you look at a study like this, I'm just curious, what do you think? What does this mean potentially in terms of how the virus is spreading? Does this make it more likely an inhalational exposure or airborne, or what do you think?
Well, this virus is one that's very familiar, to us, but there's always a possibility that there can be, differences in the way that the virus is spread. We need to really know what the contacts were for these persons in our unit to make a better assessment of that. We definitely are taking full precautions. We have protocols in place and procedures that are all volunteer personnel are drilled in regularly. And I think it really puts us in a good position to prevent spread and to provide care safely for those quarantined patients.
Yeah, and I guess just following up on that, Dr. Del Rio, Carlos, do you think everyone should just get tested in this case? Would that be able to at least give people a higher degree of comfort?
Oh, thanks, Sanjay. I don't know what you mean by everyone. Everyone who was on the ship, everybody who is.
I feel like you just said, I think, in my opinion too, I think everybody that was on the ship should be tested. Not just because whether you're feeling sick or ill, or you think you need to be tested. I think every last one of them need to be tested. And it should be rounds, since this can be, you can be carrying it and not feel symptoms. I think they should have, if they're going to be there, at least daily testing or every other day testing. What's wrong with daily testing? It's not like you got 1 million people you got to test. Just test the people on the ship. That's not 1 million people. Okay? So I think everybody needs to be tested. And I don't see nothing wrong with that. Because if you can get off the ship, and then before you get off, you're negative, but then when you get where you're going on soil, you're positive, then you're sick. Oh no, they can do daily testing. I think if we can, money can be spent on a ballroom, they can do daily testing. Okay.
In the tests, we have some PCR testing. I agree with you. I think I would test individuals, but not necessarily for diagnosis. is more for understanding more about this virus. Again, there's a lot to be learned from this outbreak, and the possibility of learning more, I think, is something we should not miss, because we really don't know a lot of things about this outbreak. We know what you mentioned, that super spreader event, but I can tell you, talking to my colleagues in Chile and Argentina, they say, look, we see 100+ patients with these hantavirus per year. There's very little human-to-human transmission. So we really need to understand more about what happened in this situation. A ship is obviously a very close environment. The transmission there can be very different than in the general population.
Dr. Wadman, the 16 passengers who are in your facility, will they stay for the entire 42-day quarantine period to be monitored? How does that work? Are they able to, do they have to? Can they leave? Is it up to them?
No.
Well, at this point, they're in a 72-hour period where we're doing an assessment. And once we have the risk assessment done, which the CDC personnel are now performing.
Hi, Alice. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here, Alice Shaw. Let me just say, can they leave? It should be up to them. No. Lord of mine. Did somebody, who is thinking that? Have you been exposed? Have you been on the ship and you think you can leave and go where you want to when you get ready? No. Just my personal opinion. Thank you for being here. This is a live coverage with CNN News 18. And I don't know. Whew. Make sure y'all hit the like button coming in and hype the video. Oh my God. I'm trying to let them do it.
We'll have a better.
President and the nation's health secretary, RFK Jr., say they're not worried about this outbreak.
All I can do is everything that a president can do, which is actually somewhat limited. But it seems like it is not easy to spread. In fact, it's in certain ways very hard to spread.
We have this under control, and we're not worried about it.
This comes as 3
What
passengers
does that sound like,
since
guys?
the outbreak was first identified on that ship just over a week.
What do that sound like? That sounds like something we heard during Scene 18. It sounds exactly like something we heard during Scene 18. Y'all remember where that went, right? Y'all remember how that turned out, right? Y'all remember how Scene 18 turned out? Didn't turn out quite well for people. It didn't turn out quite well for the American people, just saying, in my opinion. It didn't turn out quite well. Don't worry. Hard to transmit. If it's so hard to transmit, why are people right now getting sick that was on this ship? Why people are passing away? Y'all, think. Remember, we've been through this, not with Hantavirus. Think. I'm not taking no chances. Isn't that the same person that said something about putting bleach or peroxide or whatever? I can't remember. It was something, maybe bleach into your vein or in your arm or something. I don't know. Because it's hard to decipher. Crazy. Think for yourself. Look at this for yourself. Form your own opinions. You take the information and form your own educated opinion. Form your own educated opinion. Take the information and form your own opinion. What's best for you and your family. Okay? Sounds like something I heard before. And ironically, it's the same person. So you didn't tell me nothing because I didn't listen to him. So he didn't tell me nothing on it. He probably told y'all, but he didn't tell me nothing because I don't follow. I've listened to the experts. Listen to the experts. Listen to the CDC, the WHO. Listen to your doctors. Listen to your medical profession. The people that in the know, people that's supposed to know. Take the information and y'all educate yourself on it. That's what I'm doing. Okay? Okay. Let's go back.
We could unit is being retested for confirmatory testing here in the US to confirm that test is indeed positive. And so right now everyone's doing well. They had the opportunity to get a little bit of rest. They had a very long journey to get here to Nebraska and are working through the process and getting used to being in our facility and kind of adjusting to that.
Yeah. Dr. Cockett, thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Also here with me tonight is the former CDC director, Dr. Tom Frieden. And thank you, sir, for being here. You're an infectious disease expert. What is your take so far on how this is being handled by public health officials, by the administration, and what we heard from even the Oval Office today?
Well, first off, I agree broadly that this is a cluster of a deadly but difficult to catch disease. And I think there's every likelihood it will be well contained. The current risk to anyone who hasn't had contact with someone who's been on that ship basically is zero for the US. That being said, let's be frank about what has happened. In any prior outbreak of this nature, the US Centers for Disease Control would have been at the forefront, would have been briefing the public, would have been informing physicians around the US. Instead of being a leader in global health, we're on the sidelines. And the World Health Organization is doing a solid job on a very complicated investigation. It involves multiple countries, hundreds of people, thousands of contacts, really difficult stuff. And if the US were members of the World Health Organization now, we could contribute to them doing a better job. And
what did he just say? Did you all just hear that? Did you all just hear that? Let me put up the oh, I can't put it up because it's live. I'm not going to repeat it. We just heard it. I'm not going to go back. Oh my Lord.
We would be better protected here. So bottom line is when it comes to this hantavirus Andes outbreak, there is no danger to the general public. When it comes to the dismantling of the CDC with firing thousands of staff, we still have a part-time director at CDC. Most of the unit directors are—
Right now, yep. I can't make this up. I cannot make this ish up. I cannot make this up. You all are hearing it tonight. Part-time. And if we were still there, part of it, the WHO, y'all need to get in here. Y'all need to get in this live. Y'all need to be here. Y'all need to hear this information. Reality TV, the rappers, the singers, the movie stars, they're going to be there after you all get this information. We can talk about them another day. You all need to be in this live. Y'all need to hear this information. You can't make this up. You cannot make this stuff up. Okay? You cannot make this stuff up. This outbreak have not been here for a month yet. It has not been here for 2 weeks yet. It has not been here for 3 months yet. We just started. It just started. And you cannot make this stuff up. It just started. And we already, Lord, y'all, make sure you get the information, okay? Inform yourself. Get yourself informed. Inform yourself. You cannot make this up. Hi, thank you for being here, Stanley. What is that? Stanley per clerk. Thank you for being here. 1806. Thank you. What you said, this jerk doctor is trying to make the U.S. look bad by designating the facts we put out of the WHO. Denigrating the facts. Yeah. Lord. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Let me drink me some lemon water on that, fresh lemon water at that. Oh my Lord. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the Pink House. Oh my Lord. Like I said, guys, I am a housewife. I am not a doctor. CNN fake news. Thank you for being here, Edu. I'm not a doctor. I'm not in the medical field. I am a housewife. I'm bringing this information to you. This is live from CNN News 18. It will be down in my description box if you want to pull this back up and look at it. It will be down in my description box below my video on the credit of the video. Okay? This is live coverage. Okay. You all, we pulled out because of the WHO behavior during the C-19 pandemic. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you for being here, guys. Whew. I try to bring y'all the information because, like I said, the reality stars, the rappers, the celebrities and stuff, they're gonna be there. They're not gonna help you all. You need to help yourself. Get the information. Get all the information you need to inform yourself, to be informed, and make your decision about you and your family. Okay? That's what I would do. That's what I'm doing. Okay? So, oh Lord. Thank you for your honesty. You're welcome. Thank you. Oh Lord. I have to throw my hands up when oh Lord. That's why I got my lemon water here. Oh Lord. Because you got to have something. Okay. Let me go back to it.
Acting or part-time or vacant.
Fell ill with the virus. The evolution of the infection has been closely tracked by the World Health Organization, even as it has sought to contain its spread.
The most important aspect from now, because all the symptomatic people were offloaded last in Cabo Verde, the issue now has turned to the remaining passengers and crew who had, to varying degrees, contact with those sick individuals before they were offloaded.
As the military-style operation wrapped up in Tenerife, the ship's captain put out this message, thanking everyone for their solidarity.
The past few weeks have been extremely challenging to us all, as I'm sure you know. What touched me the most, what moved me the most, was your patience, your discipline, and also kindness.
The flurry of evacuations and repatriation flights seems to have gone smoothly. But even as the last passengers are offloaded, it is those in contact with anyone who is both positive and symptomatic that are now at greatest risk. Lisabel, CNN, Tenerife.
18 passengers from that ship are being monitored at specialized facilities here in the U.S., in Nebraska or Georgia. Diane Gallagher is in Omaha, Nebraska. Diane, I wonder what you're hearing from medical authorities there about the risk from this. I mean, they're certainly taking enormous precautions as they move those people from that ship via boats and planes and now to where they are. Is there any real risk of it breaking out beyond?
So medical officials don't like to speak in absolutes, and they wouldn't completely guarantee or rule anything out, but they have said repeatedly that this is a low risk for transmission to other individuals who have not come in contact with anybody on that cruise ship. But that is in part why they are taking such extreme precaution here. Behind me in this building right now, look, this is the University of Nebraska Medical Center, and in the basement of that building is the National Quarantine Unit. Now, there are 15 passengers from that ship that are in these separate rooms right now, which medical officials describe as kind of like hotel rooms. They have exercise equipment, beds. They can FaceTime with their families and watch entertainment. They cannot have visitors, though. And what's basically happening is this is a room with negative pressure and absolutely elite ventilation, Jim. They are going to be assessed by the medical officials here, and they are then going to be monitored for a fever, any kind of fatigue, any sort of symptoms that may come up that leads these doctors to believe that they might need to start doing additional testing for those passengers. Now, there is one person, you heard Melissa talk about this American who had those tests. 2 tests were told because of that contact with a deceased passenger. One of those tests, Spanish health authorities told CNN, they thought was not conclusive, but American officials believed that it was a weak positive. A second test of that same individual came up negative, but because they wanted to be very cautious about transport, they regarded this person as a positive case, and that person was transported differently, that biocontainment travel, and then immediately put into the biocontainment unit here at Nebraska. Now, that person is receiving a different type of care. They are being monitored, though they are asymptomatic. And officials here,
we don't have long.
Nebraska
We got
have said
probably about
and
15
stressed
minutes
that they
before the
do
live is
not
over.
believe that asymptomatic.
Guys, we got about 15 minutes. So what I want to also bring you all, and thank you everybody for being in the live. I agree with CNN and has, I'm going to go ahead and bring you the, thank you, I'm going to go ahead and bring you the last of the information before the 15 minutes is up on this live and everything. And I do remind you all, the information will be down in my description box below my video. All right. And thank you everybody for coming in. Let me, people should research the subject for themselves. Yes, be educated, research this information for yourself. But a lot of people, the reason right now, we're going to talk about the reality stars and all that stuff another time. I always bring information to you all when it's out there for you. Okay. Let's go ahead and I'm going to bring up this before we go, since I already have this information for you. Let me get it up. Let me see. Is this it? Or is that it? Let me make sure I get the right one. I think this is it. Yes. Let me just see. Okay, yes, that's it. Guys, I tell you, I do appreciate y'all being here, and I will be dropping information on what's going on in entertainment and the celebrity world soon. I will be dropping that information because y'all do need to know. Okay, like I said in the beginning of the live, right now this is about us and the people that watch me, my members, my subscribers, the people that come to my live or happen to find my live. or my videos, this is about us right now. But I will be covering that information another time for you all. But let's talk about us right now. What's going on in the world that's going to protect you and your family. These organizations love the mass to panic and create chaos. Yes, I understand. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about where are remember there was 18 passengers who arrived in the U.S. this morning, which is May 11, 2026. They were split between treatment and quarantine centers in Nebraska and Georgia. And you all know they, as of this live, I showed during this live, they showed other states. Texas was among them, California. I can't remember all the states, but there was other states that's added. Okay. So if you want to go back and see that, you can. But as of this morning, it was Nebraska and Georgia. Beyond those 18 individuals, the health officials are tracking at least 11 other people across at least 9 states who earlier left the ship earlier and exposed during travel. And remember, I think they mentioned it was about 30 people. That's what I mentioned earlier, about 30 of them. And they're supposed to be doing the tracing, okay, contact tracing, where these passengers are located. And I hope y'all can see that. Hope you can see it. If not, let me just do it this way so you can see it a lot better. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to try to pull it up so you can see it a lot better. I'm going to drop it like this. I'm going to pull that down and do it a easier way for you. Just give me 1 second because we don't have long left. Give me 1 second. There it is, information 1. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So it says beyond the 18 individuals, health officials are tracking at least 11 other people across at least 9 states who earlier left the ship or exposed during the travel. And so far, it's showing the states, and we already talked about those states. They had Nebraska and Georgia was the first ones they had as of this morning. And they said it was 16 people at the University of Nebraska Medical Center, UNMC. Okay. It is one is in the bowel containment unit, tested positive, 15 in quarantine. Georgia, it had 2 people, which is at the Emory University Hospital in Atlanta. One is symptomatic and in the bowel containment unit. Okay. And then they had others. Let me see. Let me just pull this down so you can see it. Others who disembarked earlier and has been exposed and monitored. Okay. That's California. Let me just pull this down so I can see. It's hard to see. Let me just pull this down. That's monitored in Arizona, California, Texas, Virginia, New Jersey, Maryland, New York, Nevada, Washington, New Hampshire, and Utah. That's other states. That's more states than I mentioned earlier, guys. That's a little more than I mentioned earlier during the live. Okay. So, it's getting there. Stanley said this particular strain is an airborne, but human to human contact will die if there or no hosts. I understand that. Thank you. Mm, mm, mm. Just give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. Let's go on to let me take this one down and we get to the next one. Uh-oh. Did I just put myself down too small? Yes, I did. Okay. Let me pull up the other information. I'm going to have to do it like I did the first one because it's easier for everybody to see. I don't know. Just give me a second, guys. And then we'll see what, before we go, we'll watch, see what anybody else is saying about what's going on. And I do thank everybody for being here. Is that two? Without my glasses on, I'm trying. Okay. Okay. State level monitoring partial breakdown. Reports from the USA Today and other news outlets indicate various numbers across these states. California, at least 4 people are being watched. 3, you know what? Wait, let me just take this down for a minute. Okay. I don't like how it just take me out. Give me 1 second, guys. I don't know why it's doing that today. Okay. Well, that's what it want to do. So I just leave it alone. Okay. But let me just say this here. Reports from the USA Today, and y'all can see that across various states. They got California. At least 4 people are being watched. 3 was passengers, and 1 was exposed to a passenger on a flight. I heard about that. Was it on Mother's Day or Friday? I can't remember. But anyway, Texas and Georgia. That's Texas. I'm just seeing that as of this live. Okay. Earlier reporting at least 2 residents under monitoring. And then they got Arizona and Virginia, each monitoring at least 1 resident. Utah, officials confirmed 3 residents among those currently in Nebraska, but will eventually return home. New Jersey, 2 residents are being monitored due to potential exposure during their travel abroad. Okay. Oh my Lord, I tell you guys, this is seem eerie. This is eerie to me. This is like I said, guys, like I tell you all always, this information, I want you all to be informed. I want you all to make sure that you all protect yourself. Okay? As I said before, I bring you all the information and we go into it during my live. Okay? Just like we did last night and just like we did today. What happened earlier this morning during the day in the morning is going to probably change throughout the day. And by the time I get on my live tonight, y'all know why I've been doing these late night lives because me and my rotator cuff. Okay, but like I said, I'm not in the medical field. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not none of that. I'm not a scientist or anything. I am a housewife, and I'm passionate about the people that follow my channel. I'm passionate about my members, anybody that watch my live, everybody that liked my content, whether it's on my channel, Pink the Housewife, Pink Global, or my third channel. Okay. I bring this information for you all so you can make an informed decision for yourself. And like I said, we'll get into all the other situations another time. With the housewives, with the reality stars, we'll get into that another time. Right now, this is about us. Okay? You all. I spend my time during the day gathering the information and listen to the reports from the CDC and the World Health Organization, who's WHO, to bring you this news and this information and the updates and everything. For this slide, this is an informative purpose only. This is the informative purpose only, informative information. Okay, it's to educate yourself so that you can do what's best for you and your family. Okay, I'm not giving any professional medical advice because I can't, because I don't have that training. I don't have that education for that. So if you feel unwell, you please do what's best for you and your family. Go to your medical professionals, seek health care immediately, follow their advice. Someone that's trained, somebody that's have the education, follow their advice. Okay. And this is me reporting the information that's going on about the Hantavirus. Y'all know I always appreciate when you all come and sit with me at night and we go over what's going on, regardless of the information that we're talking about. Okay. And just to wrap up for tonight, I would say the main takeaway on this is protecting yourself, educating yourself. While this situation is serious for a lot of people and for all of us in America, this is a global crisis. This is global. Okay. And it is serious. The risk to the general public remains extremely low. That's what they're telling us. But in mine, I'm seeing C-19 all over again. I don't know what you're seeing, but that's what I'm seeing. So just because they say it's low, look at their body language. Look at the way they're sitting when they're doing those press conference. Okay, let me see look at everything when you watch their body language. Okay. You can see my throat is getting dry. That's why I'm drinking my fresh lemon water here. Human spread by human contact or exposed by bodily fluids. The CDC is most capable of handling this situation. Yes, I think so. I do think so. But so you all make sure you all do what's best for you and your family. Okay. And I'll keep my eyes open and I'll keep y'all updated. And tomorrow we'll see what comes up tomorrow, what new updates and everything and everything. And I'll make sure I bring it to you. Y'all stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you all on the next live. Okay. Thank you guys for being here, and I do appreciate it. Much love to everyone. And thank you all for being here. And this is Pinkie the Housewife. Make sure y'all hype the video. Make sure you go ahead and not just hype the video, but hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Because hitting the button, hitting the like sign, hitting that thumbs up is free. Subscribing to the channel is free. It doesn't cost a thing. Make sure you go over to my second channel, Pink Global, and do the same thing too. To that channel as well. We want to get that one monetized, and I will be covering this again tomorrow. Stay vigilant, don't panic. Thank you. I like that. Thank you for that. Okay, that is from Stanley's mouth. Stay vigilant, don't panic. I just used it for you. Thank you so much for saying that. Okay, guys. We're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Oh, my God. I love it. All right.
And we all got dreams. We all want things.